I have the pleasure of being sitting down with WHL Warriors General Manager Jason Ripplinger after a busy trade deadline day around the WHL. Busy couple of weeks for you as well. Jason, thank you for joining me here tonight, and give me your thoughts on how the WHL trade deadline played out, I guess, around the league more specifically. Then we'll get into Moose Jaw a little bit more.
Yeah, nothing really shocked me. The teams that I thought that were going to try to make a move did, and I think a lot of teams made their teams better, and obviously some teams have went the other way, but overall I think a lot of guys did well in their trades.
The last trade the Moose Jaw Warriors made was here on deadline day, acquiring 19-year-old goalie Evan May from the Medicine Hat Tigers for a third-round pick. Why did you feel the need to add another goaltender to the mix, and what does Evan bring to the Warriors?
Well, I think why we did it was obviously if Jackson goes down, I don't think it was really fair for Dimitri to take all that pressure on. And this way, adding Evan, it's going to take some pressure off of Jackson as well. Obviously, having three goalies isn't ideal, but in saying that, we want to keep developing Dimitri because we think he's could be the goalie of the future too.
Jackson's obviously played a lot all over the course of the season. He's been great for the Warriors. How much was this also helping him maybe not wear out down the stretch?
100%. He's played too much. I think he needed a break here as well. So once Evan gets here, he can start playing some games as well and take a little pressure off of Jackson, so he's not burnt out for the playoffs.
Now, the big deal the Warriors made, one of the big deals that Moose Jaw made, came last week, acquiring Matthew Savoy from the Wenatchee Wild for 7 draft picks. How big of an addition? Obviously, a huge addition getting Matthew. How important is he going to be to this team coming in down the stretch here?
Well, down the stretch, his playoff experience is going to help us, moving forward. Adding a guy like that, and obviously a World Junior player and a top 10 NHL draft pick, they're always going to help your team. And the biggest thing was he wanted to be here, and obviously we wanted him. So he's going to be a great addition for our hockey club.
What does he bring to the table? I know fans have seen him with the ice. I haven't seen him with Wenatchee yet this year, but talk a little bit about what he adds to this lineup.
Well, obviously scoring and speed, but most of all, he's really determined. He's a dog on a bone. He wants the puck, and he's going to block shots. And I actually talked to a few guys that worked with Winnipeg last year, and they were so happy that we got him because they think that that he's the real deal.
Also, he brings a leadership ability. How key is that in this locker room? I know there's good leaders with Denton Matejchuk and the whole leadership group that Moose Jaw has, but how important is it bringing another voice into the locker room?
Yeah, it's always important to bring a veteran into the lineup, especially when you're going for it. So, like I said, with his experience in regular season and playoff, obviously it'll help our push.
I know we've had a lot of questions. Matthew's expected to be here later this week and in lineup on Saturday. I guess, is that kind of the plan?
That's the plan. I've talked to Mark O'Leary today, and he should hopefully be here tomorrow and ready to go.
Awesome. Warriors made a trade just before Christmas. We're obviously seeing the benefits of that with Rylan Kovacevic having a great game here tonight. Wojtek Port, another part of that trade. When's he expected to be here, and what's kind of the timeline with him?
His timeline, he'll be in Moose Jaw on January 22nd, and hopefully he'll be ready to go shortly.
Awesome. Obviously, he brings some more depth to the defensive group. Do you feel like that group is pretty solidified now with him coming in?
Yeah, I believe so. I think when you add a big defenseman like that into your top four, obviously your top four play a lot of minutes, and then you add, obviously you have Ziprick and Wilson in your 5-6 role, and Ness and Schmidt as well. So, moving forward, I think we're pretty deep.
Obviously up front, Matthew comes in. Seems like there's going to be 3 real solid lines that the coaches can work with, and then a young line that will bring a lot of energy as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the most important line is going to be your third line. And right now that's Rysavy, Sherman, and Rylan. So I think those 3 guys, in past years for us as an organization, we didn't have the third line, and I think that hurt us, and it hurt us last year against Winnipeg. And I think if we would have had a chance to add somebody last year on our third line, I think could have made a difference in that series.
Obviously, it's been a busy few months leading up to this. How much are you taking a breath now, and are you now ready to go ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm going to get ready for the scouting. We got a big tournament here next weekend in St. Albert and in Edmonton, and obviously we gave up a lot of picks, but I really believe in our scouting staff that we'll find some good players. We have in the past with Warner, Atlee Calvert, Pavel McKenzie, guys like that can fill some holes. But eventually we'll recoup some picks as well.
The work's cut out now for the scouting staff.
Yeah, no, it is. You know what? It's more pressure on myself and the scouting staff, but I believe in our staff, and they're good scouts, and they've been around for a long time, and I don't, we're gonna work as hard as they ever have, and not that they don't work hard, but they know it's you have a little bit of error. You don't have too much error now.
Yeah. You
got to make sure that we're bang on these picks.
For sure. Awesome. Well, congratulations on how the whole trade deadline is played out for this team, and good luck going into the second half of the season.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.